Hey, regarding today's title, I was just trying to be cute with my aphorisms, okay? Hello, everyone. This is Dwight Woods, the Jeet Kune Rebel. Welcome to the I Love Jeet Kune broadcast number 315. This is the one about using no labels as labels in Jeet Kune. As you're logging in, if you'd be kind enough to say where you're logging in from, hit the like button and feel free to continue doing so throughout the broadcast. If you're catching the simulcast over on the YouTube, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell as well. But of course, the best thing you can do is to share this video and spread the word about the I Love Jeet Kune broadcast. All right, so if you were paying attention last week, I did broach the topic maybe a couple of times, but I think it's something crucial to the understanding of the rift that has plagued the Jeet Kune world for all these decades. So I'm bringing it up again today. So for me personally, one of the most vigorously argued ideas about Jeet Kune is the one that at one point the addition of different arts or different styles, that is the thing that came along and it diluted the purity of what Bruce Lee had practiced and taught. So a lot of the advocates of this this theory, right, that it's been infected, they usually assert that it's the last of the four tenets of Jeet Kune, right? So let me show you this. Play this for you.
It's a combination that somebody had something to offer and he wanted to blend it into what worked for him. So Jeet Kune, Bruce's art, is basically what works for that individual. And it still goes back to what we're talking about: research your own experience, absorb what is useful, and reject what is useless, and add specifically what is your own creation. It's a combination that somebody had something to offer.
That one, the add what is specifically your own. So that is what the advocates of the theory, right, use. And of course, it's Dana Nisano and many of his acolytes who are more often than not accused of being the most prolific violators of this non-existent JKD oath, right? Because nobody ever swore an oath to keep Bruce Lee's art in a pristine state. I mean, if you read what Bruce Lee said about his art, there is no set way. So they use the fourth tenet, add what is your own, and say that's what people use to justify their adding of different styles. And so one of the best known examples of this accusation about adding styles is the Jeet Kune blend thing. So I tried to capture that for you. Let me see if this is the right one. Let's see.
Sometimes we train with the gloves on, okay?
No, that's not it. So there's another clip that I have, but that's not it. That's not the right one. So we'll move ahead. Because the thing of it, so if you've not seen it, right, it comes from, you know what, let me show you this one, because I've explained this before.
I like to take
blend before I play this. It comes from a time when Sifu Dan was kind of highlighting the boxe française savate that they had been training in. And so if you look at this other part of the clip, because I don't know how many of you have ever seen this one, look at the gloves. These are the old school boxe française gloves that they were using. And so in the other clip, and I'll see if I can hunt it down for you. In the other clip, where he talks about entering with the chassé latéral from the savate, it's because of this. So let me just show a few seconds of this.
all my people in the kickboxing, whether it's in the savate way or the Muay Thai way, or in the Jun Fan way, because each has its, I believe, its merit. In good kickboxing method would be Bondo, which is taught in the United States. Okay? Now you notice that I was using focus at that time, but you see in Savate they have an unusual way of training. See, like when they tear the target, you notice what my target is, see the target? And the first thing is called assault. That means light touch. Everything she does is light touch. If my
Okay, so that was just another segment of the thing. Okay, so in the infamous Jeet Kune blend video, he talks about entering with Savat, then maybe following up with boxing, then maybe using a Wing Chun trap, then maybe using a jujitsu takedown or a jujitsu lock or what have you, right? And that's where the argument about add-in styles comes in. And I have ad nauseum on my part explained that no, it's a moment in time. It's designed to illustrate the commonalities of movement in different arts and how these different arts could flow together seamlessly. But that is the major exhibit used in the case against Inosano for add-in styles, right? So I showed you the BFS demo just so you understand the context of it. That is a snippet of a longer video where this whole thing about different stuff is being used, and the idea of entering with the Savat kick is just because Savat was, let's call it, a flavor of the time, and so it was being expressed, right? But now the thing about labels goes deeper, and here is another part of it. So a couple of years ago, I think it was, my Jeet Kune senior, Chris Kent, he issued this, let's call it correction, right? Where he talks about, and I'll show it to you because I have a screen grab of it. He showed where there was a time when the idea of flowing from art to art was prevalent, kind of in vogue. But later on, he had a change of thought, let's call it, a drastic, radical realization. And so the idea of flowing from art to art was replaced, let's say, by the idea of flowing from combat motion to combat motion. So not labeled with the name of any art. And so very recently here in Miami, my other JKD senior, Cass Magda, in a drill that he introduced to the crowd. Now, I was one of those in the crowd who could identify it as being the Muay Thai clinch or the Muay Thai tie-up or what have you. But Cass never used any reference to any art. And so instead, he and I were just having a conversation. It was more the idea, the emphasis was on the tactics or the strategy or the setup, not emphasizing it's from this art or what have you. So it hit me, and then Cass remarked on it. If Sifu Nasano had not been, because of the way he is, he likes to give credit to his sources of information. And so one way on seminar of doing that was to label the art. This comes from this comes from this, I'm putting it together with this other thing, or whatever. That's a seminar thing. That was not the way it was taught back home in LA in like the Kali Academy and the Inosano Academy and what have you. Then you just did what you did. But on seminar, it's like, well, we're trying to expose people to different types of arts and what have you. So my question for you guys, right, is what if that had never happened? What if Dan Inosano had been a kind of a different person and was not giving credit to where he got the information from? And so it had just been, like Chris said in his correction, flowing from combat motion to combat motion with no labels. So that's the idea behind today's talk. So you guys let me know what you think about that. I think you're pretty much aware of my stance on the whole thing. If you understand, if you're a person who has a, 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 a deeper knowledge or insider knowledge, if you're a smart person, you know what Inosanto is doing. You know what he's trying to say. But if you're looking to be picky, if you're looking to pick a fight or illustrate something different, then you'll turn that into an accusation of doing things differently, right? So you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. That's all I got to say about this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, subscribe, hit the notification bell as well. Follow me on Twitter at Dwight Woods and on Instagram at Dwight D. Woods, at paypal.me/UnifiedMA Miami, paypal.me/UnifiedMA Miami. The Jeet Kune Journey Volume 1 is available, paypal.me/UnifiedMA Miami. You can also support me and the show at jkdrebel.com. Just click on the Rebel Gear link, and that's where you see stuff like this. This is our bestseller, the official Unified Martial Art Academy Kali JKD t-shirt. It's a ripoff of one of my favorite Inosanto designs, right? So jkdrebel.com, that's where you can see stuff like that. You can see stuff like this, the Jeet Kune Notables t-shirt, and then stuff like that, the coffee mugs and the hoodies and all that type of stuff. jkdrebel.com, click on the Rebel Gear link. But of course, the best thing you can do is to share this video and spread the word about the I Love Jeet Kune broadcast. Okay, so continuing on the UK interviews, so to speak, on Friday, 6 p.m. Yeah, he did confirm it with me. So 6 p.m., 10 p.m. UK time, we will be on with the elusive Terry Barnett of the United Kingdom. This is someone whose name is very, very familiar to me over decades, but I don't think we've actually ever met. So you guys will be privy to getting to know him at the same time that I get to know him. So that's 6 p.m. Jeet Kune Dialogues episode with Terry Barnett. Today is a yellow day, so it's the logo on the shirt that's yellow, not the shirt color itself. All right, so I'll see you in a couple of days on Friday. If not, see you next week for another issue of the I Love Jeet Kune broadcast. Until then, this is Dwight Woods, the Jeet Kune Rebel, signing off. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Talk soon. Take care.